Well, it has finally happened. So today, Bungie released an article that I think a lot of you know about, even people that don't play Destiny actively or haven't in the past couple years have heard about this. I'm gonna give my opinions on this in a bit after I read it all, but basically, TLDR, Destiny is going end of service. The servers will still be playable, but we will no longer get content or yearly DLCs. Yeah, kind of a crazy thing to drop on a random Thursday, basically. The music's getting a bit intense. Destiny 2, every end is a new beginning. For almost 12 years, we've had the joy and honor to explore the Destiny universe with all of you. Through all the ups and downs, surprises, and charms, building Destiny alongside our players have been a monumental privilege. Our love for Destiny has not changed. It has become clear that after the final shape, we've reached the time for shared words and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2. Yeah. No Destiny 3, no nothing. They're ending it. Thankfully, active development will, or no, not thankfully. The game will still be playable. Active development, new content, maybe balancing and stuff like that, gone. That sucks. Thankfully, they're doing a lot of changes to make the game better in small ways, like quality of life, like shit we've been asking for years. So it's not the worst of a return, or for older players or players like me who've been off for a couple months. But it's really disheartening to see. Like, it's over. They will not do anything. Maybe they could do something with the Destiny IP, but we'll get into that later. Other than that, though, we are getting Moments of Triumph, which is a typical yearly thing, but they said that ever since launch, it's been a highlight of the most recent chapter for like Witch Queen or Beyond Light. This time it's going to be the entirety of Destiny, which is fair. That makes sense. But it's, I guess, more of a send-off than new content, unfortunately, so it's not anything crazy. It's still bittersweet to see that like this is going to be the last Moment of Triumph for the entirety of Destiny 2, which is fucking insane. Another thing, Return Director. Thank God. I'm glad they're listening to a lot of the stuff we talked about. This should have happened months ago. The portal should never have been added. I despised it. I was able to grow accustomed to it, but on launch I fucking hated it. Just like many players did. We've embraced the player feedback directly on Portal. Yeah. I like how it looks. I wish we could have had that the whole time, but it is what it is. Pantheon's coming back. Pantheon 2.0, and it's actually going to be a permanent edition with new bosses. Each week there's an update, or I guess bi-weekly, like a couple days, there's an update to it. Rated dungeon loot, so a lot of quality life abilities. We're getting new aspects for characters for all class, which would have been great for a mid-season update, or like things you'd like to see. This is pretty cool, new content, but it's the last thing we're gonna get, which sucks. Other than that, revisited it to make an old armor, old destination weapons that no one really cared about. Modern standards, full tier rarity. This is great. I haven't even gone fully into the new system. Well, I did for day one dungeons and whatnot, but ever since then I haven't really grinded. Like, truly, I'm not gonna pretend I'm a LARPer, or I've been actively playing since day one. Like, I'm in the back just for the music. Fucking see what I mean about this portal. I'm glad that's actually be gone. I'm not gonna act like I've been playing like hours upon hours in the past weeks, even days, months. I haven't. Ever since the day one dungeon released, for the most recent one, the Star Wars one, I have not played that shit. Truthfully, I have not done anything on this game. Campaign and this. Anyways, Portal overhaul, a lot of stuff, buzzword, a lot of quality life. If you want to go over that, you can. I recommend reading it yourself, especially if you're planning to get back to the game, because I will just for a bit. So all of this is just a good send-off for the game. And there's even a Destiny 2 collection. We bundle all Destiny 2 concept packs as a single purchase, available on June 9th. Denshi's 30th Anniv pack and more. Visual concept packs and expansions will also receive permanent markdowns in June. Now, this is kind of crazy. I do understand that they want to get some money at the end, but not making any of this free past June is kind of wild. If someone wants to come and play the game or try it, fuck you. Get your credit card. And that's always been an issue. Like, new lights in this game have it rough. You get into it, you lost. The game feels empty. No Red War campaign. It's just a mess. And this ties back into the whole sunsetting ordeal. But that's a larger topic I'm not going to get into. SR returns. I've been waiting for this for so long. I would have been happy if they just came out as its own article, if they didn't like drop this saying, hey, we're killing the game. But yeah, this kind of is overshadowed by all of that. But that's cool. Developer Insight through launch each week. We'll have a little bit more. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. But updating SRL. Sandbox. So I guess they will do sandbox adjustment. That's cool. Only continue for a few weeks, which is really sad to see. Once through our launch window, our weekly blog entries will be entering form of hibernation as well. So there it is. This week in Destiny. That kind of sucks. It's gone. Or the hibernation. Maybe they could come back for something, but it's unlikely. And we're going to talk about that later. So be the any communication boss by any means. We'll still keep in touch with you and share in our community highlights. That's cool. Once we have more news to share in Destiny, this is a bit hopeful. Once we have more news, as if we're going to have more news on Destiny, I don't think there's much. There's not much to talk about. In the last heartbreaking paragraph, thank you. Destiny 2 has been our home for many, many years. The unknowns can sometimes feel wild, even a bit scary at times. But these opportunities to explore the future are invigorating. As we look forward, our commitment remains the same. To make games we and you are excited to play. From all of us here at Bungie, we cannot thank you enough for joining us on this journey throughout the Sol system. You'll still find us Starside for years to come. Ad Astra. Per Audica Ad Astra. Yeah. That's it. They dropped this on a random Thursday. Insane. I honestly thought I'd never see the day, and I'm starstruck. Starstruck. No, that's a better word. I'm stuck. I'm in awe. I don't know what to say. Let's be real. We've kind of all seen this coming. The game has been on a significant downturn for the longest of times, and even as someone who's dropped the game once or twice and came back in Season of the Arrival all the way back then, at the end of Shadowkeep, I've sticked with the game since then. The only time, that break only lasted from Forsaken till then, and that was because my laptop couldn't run it, or my older PC couldn't run it. So it wasn't really a me thing, but just a hardware issue. I have consistently played the game since 2017, since I was 10 years old on it, which is insane to say. I have known Destiny since I was 7 in total. 7 years old, 2014. Of course, 6-year-old me didn't get to play the beta or anything, but 7-year-old me did play this game for basically, that was one of his first games. And I played this game for the majority of my lifetime, which is crazy to say. And it's insane to think that something that's been so constant in my life is sort of ending. I don't want to say it's a end, like the game's gonna still be here. We're obviously gonna still be able to load in and just do whatever, like maybe do a raid. I'm gonna play the game until this June update comes out, but after that, am I gonna come back to it? No. What's gonna bring me back? It's going to be nostalgia that's gonna bring me back. That's the same thing that people play Destiny 1 for, just to have a little bit of fun and have some nostalgia, go in the old sandbox and play around. It's gonna turn into Destiny 1. and not in the good way, the way that it's just dead, which sucks. But anyways, it kind of is depressing. Like, I really wish that we were able to get more of like content, more story, because the world is so vast. It's insane. Like, I think there's only one video game lore that I've been so invested in, and that's League of Legends. And I still love Destiny way more, lore-wise. But that's probably not going to happen. Where's my tab? I just lost it. Based off these stats, we are in the lowest point that's ever been on, at least for Steam.
He's gone off on his own.
It could have been, it probably was worse for Eye of Osiris expansion. They were close to end of servicing then. But, like, yeah, we've hit a peak. It's been forever since then, man. And that was what? Lightfall. Lightfall was the peak of the game. It looked up then. It truly looked up then, and now look where we are. But there has been a lot of talk about it. Yeah. A lot of memes. It's kind of funny seeing the whole, like, world coming together. And this getting 18 million views, mind you. 18.6 million views on Twitter, which is, or X, whatever. Insane to say. Especially for Destiny. Destiny, I'd expect like 1 million at max for any type of normal content update. And that's its most viewed thing, the death of it. Even Moist Critical, which I know he's an OG player. He's making a video on that. It's... And I'm seeing a lot of content creators get emotional like this. And I kind of feel them. Like, that's... Especially for them. Like, that's the end. This is the end. There's no Destiny 3. And I think... If I go on YouTube, the amount of people who've recently... Especially recently, I've seen talk about Destiny 3 or Destiny needs to die. It's insane. And I think it's... the biggest thing. Like, this is the most... wants for Destiny 3 I've seen. Hell, if you look up Destiny 3 on YouTube, besides the most recent posts, look, 0 players online, the end of Destiny, Sony has to decide before you make Destiny 3. Like, it's been a struggle, truly. And it's supported by the metrics. And let's be real. Okay. That's a crazy meme. But it is kind of relatable. Not like that. Ending Destiny on Renegades is really leaving it on a sour note for me. Don't get me wrong. I liked Renegades. It was a decent expansion. Edge of Fate was okay. I know some people fucking hate it. Disguise Renegades as like a cash grab, Star Wars slop, whatever. But it does feel really bad that we kind of end off on just a collab season that didn't really bring much to the game. Like, hey man, we got lightsabers. Cool. But like, what now? What content is there, dude? What is there for me to grind? I've nothing to really look forward to. Personally, a thing that I like to do is either play with my friends, which majority of them, why am I saying majority? All of them are basically gone, including me. No one actively plays this game, especially clans or anything like that. I guarantee you half the clans have probably dissolved. And another thing I look forward to is day 1 raids. Day 1 dungeons, like proper endgame. That's not just Grandmaster, like slop, farm it over, and then you're done. Prepare for next season, which there won't be anymore, obviously. And there's no way in hell we're gonna get day 1s for any type of new content, any type of raids, any type of dungeons. Day 1s aren't gonna happen ever again. And I think day ones are one of the most, like, best I've been at video games for. One of the most anticipated things I've had for video games ever. And it's kind of insane that, like, I'm going to have to part with that. I can't prep, I can't LFG, can't practice raids with friends anymore. Like, there is no more day ones. I think that's just more of a personal, like, revelation for me. But truly, after this update, I think for me and many others, there was not going to be much for Destiny left over. Obviously. No one's been playing the game recently. This game has been dead for months, and this is just the inevitability that they've done this. Now, I think this was extremely preventable. I think we could have had Destiny 3. I think Bungie could have made a lot more decisions. In fact, I know Bungie could have made a lot better decisions. I mean, let's talk about Marathon. If we want to look at Steam chart numbers, Marathon's doing fucking horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe not horrible for an instruction shooter. It's like, has consistent players, definitely. Consistent my ass, actually. Overall, falling off. It has its player base, though. So does Destiny. But that's a lot of loyal fans. And also, I forgot to mention, a lot of Marathon players are just Destiny players like me, who've purely joined off of the hype that they've been building and building for years. A lot of the studio's money and resources have gone to this game, and it's kind of turned out into a flop, like a pretty big flop. What I'm worried about the most, obviously past Destiny dying, is what the fuck is Bungie doing? I'm genuinely curious on what Bungie's doing, because they're killing off Destiny, and that was their game since Halo, and God knows, I could probably look it up, but literal decades since that game has been developed by Bungie. Destiny's gone, and they only have Marathon. Don't get me wrong, Marathon's a pretty sizable game, but like, for Bungie, Marathon, that's it. That's it. There's nothing else. Bungie having only Destiny, one of the biggest looter shooters in the world. It might be the looter shooter if you're, depending on who you're talking to. Biggest MMORPGs, biggest FPS in history. Sure, they could. That's a lot to work on. But Marathon, I don't really see a world where that's ever profitable, or they can ever progress as a studio without just falling off. Now, I saw a post earlier that Bungie has apparently laid off a lot. Yeah, something definitely happened. Bungie has laid off a lot of employees. Bulletin. Bungie reportedly planning significant number of layoffs after ending Destiny 2 with no Destiny 3 in development. And that's not all. Bungie's not, or is planning significant layoff following the end of Destiny 2's development. Destiny 3 is not in active production. Some Bungie staffs are pitching and prototyping new ideas, including Destiny games, but none are greenlit yet. Yeah. So this just makes me think that Destiny's fucking cooked. I'm definitely on the party of Destiny players who had hope and weren't just like doom posting and being like, the game needs to die, it's gonna die soon, it doesn't matter, Bungie needs to get rid of it, work on Marathon, whatever. I was of the belief that Bungie had a plan, they always do. Sometimes they could bounce back. Look at Forsaken, look at Witch Queen, look at Final Shape. They could do great shit. Not anymore. There's not even gonna be a chance. And it sucks to see, because I'm 19 now. For 12 years, I've always anticipated another year of Destiny, another comeback, another Destiny phase. And it's crazy that I'm never going to see that again. at least for Destiny 2. Now, like I said, Destiny 3 is probably not going to happen, but who knows? I still want to stay hopeful. There could always be a future with Destiny 3 where we can go into the lore, like something about the Winnower, more of the Vex, who's going to do what with the Taken. There still could be more gameplay and more just games to develop off of the ideas of Destiny. I don't think it's a complete dead IP. And I'm low-key going in circles now. I'm just going to start to wrap it up. The amount of connections Destiny's given me, with how long it's been around in comparison to my lifespan, which is 19 years, it's been insane. I've connected more with my family because of it. I've found new friends, connected more with my current friends. I've learned so much. I honestly wouldn't be the same without Destiny. Like, at all. I would be a completely different person. And the only thing I've done more gaming wise is probably like League. And that's crazy to say. And I know this isn't the most insane number of hours someone has. I have almost 4,000 hours. I'd say in total for Destiny. 4,000 hours of my life has been on Destiny 2. And probably another 1,000 or 2,000 on Destiny 1. And that's honestly on the lighter end for a lot of people. It's just been such a game changer for my life. It's with the highs and lows. I've loved this game. Always. Hell, I have a car from my brother that has a Destiny sticker on it, and I've never taken it off because that is my favorite game. This is gaming for me. When I think of video games, this is what I think of. And it's been like that since I was 7 years old. Since my dad bought me this game and bought me my first PS3, then PS4, then I got my own computer, it's always been Destiny. It's always been Destiny. Even in like this downturn of players, this dead state that we're in, I haven't been able to make myself delete the game. Even it's taking up 115 gigabytes when I could really use that, let's say for making videos or just for more games. I have never uninstalled it. And I always keep it updated, just in case I want to go LFG. Just in case I want to check what's in the Bright Dust shop. Test Eververse. Little fucking money grabbing bitch.
Take a look.
Take a look? No, I'm alright. But, yeah. It's kind of surreal that it's going to end. And I keep on saying end, and this never going to happen. I do think that this could be a time where Destiny is kind of obviously dead. And that will give room for Destiny 3 to be insanely hype. That will give room for another era, for a new wave of 7-year-olds just like me. See, we have people coming in. I'm trying to do the same thing I'm doing. Just hop on Destiny. Anyways, new wave of new generation coming to play Destiny. And hopefully it gets to even bigger heights than Destiny 1 or 2 or the entire franchise has ever hit. And I have the highest of hopes for this IP. I have the highest hopes for, honestly, Bungie. As much as I've shit-talked them before, I do have high hopes because I know the potential they can do. Look at Halo. I was not around for Halo when Bungie made it because I'm a legit. The people who are around for it are unks now. They're like, have kids and shit. They know that peak they went through. I know the peak that Destiny went through. And I guess Marathon's quote-unquote peak. I hope Bungie can do that and more. And this fucking cape bug is still not fixed. And while this may be the end of a chapter for me and probably everyone who's played this game, because let's be real, Destiny has touched so many players. Pause. It has found its way into people that I would have never guessed even played video games. It's been in my family, my friends. Like, I'd say a majority of people that I know have played Destiny. And that's even for them, for the veteran players as well, for the players who hate the game. Everyone has good memories. Well, almost everyone has good memories of the game. and it was one of the greatest games to ever come out. So I think we should just be able to look fondly on the game, appreciate it for what it was, and just celebrate its life, especially up in this upcoming expansion. If you haven't played Destiny before, maybe it's the time to try it out. Or if you're someone like me who has been on a long break or just kind of quit the game for a while, I recommend just coming back and playing it, and just maybe get some friends on and just enjoy it for the little while that we're going to have a new content update. And I'm going to do the same, honestly. I'm going to try to get anyone I can on and just have fun, because that's the whole point of playing the game. That's all playing video games. Just have fun. And Destiny brought a lot of joy in my life. It brought a lot of everything in my life. Joy was one of the main things. Fun. It kept me entertained. But yeah, that was my yap session. I definitely am gonna have to cut that down a little bit, because I didn't write a script for this. I don't have a notepad or anything. I just wanted to talk, and there's a lot of emotions going on right now, a lot of thoughts. So yeah, that's it.